Hi, I'm designer Becky Adams, and thank you for joining me for another edition of Inspiration Station on the weekly Scrapper blog. Today I'm going to be creating a layout that has a very large title. And I'm going to be creating my title out of these foil letters and numbers from the Jen Hadfield DIY Home Collection from Pebbles. And these letters come with a variation of foil finishes and sizes and colors. So the title for this layout is Evidence. And I'm going to lay it out across my page so that you can see what I've done here. And I picked out the letters that I needed, and you can see here that I am using a number 3 for an E because it only came with one E in the package, and then at the end for the other E I had to get a little more creative, and I'll put this back together. I've already cut it apart, but putting it back together little bit, just like that, you can see that it was the number 8. So I just snipped the excess off here so that I'm left with the letter E. Okay, now I'm going to quickly adhere these using some liquid quick drying adhesive. And I'm only going to put the adhesive right in the middle of the letter. Okay, now that I've got most of my title adhered using just a little dot of, or just a little bit of liquid glue right along the middle, I left my last letter here. I didn't adhere that with liquid glue because I wanted to add some pop dots here so that it would layer nicely over this letter C. But before I adhere that, I wanted to add one more die cut, and I found this circle die cut that says your love is as bright as ever, 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 ever. And I got this from the Dear Lizzie documentary collection. And before I adhere this last letter, I just want to slide that die cut right in there. A little bit of adhesive. Okay, and then I'll just peel off the backing of my pop dots here. Okay. So there's my title, and now I'm going to make a mat of sorts for my photo, and I'm just going to do one photo on this layout, and I'm going to mat it with a few different layers here. I'm going to use these plain craft colored tags. And I want them offset by just a little bit, so I'm going to tuck one down. And then there is a little bit of a gap right there, but don't worry about that. We're going to get that covered up with some pattern paper. And for the bottom layer, I guess, we've got this blue polka dot, and this is also from the Pink Paisley Cedar Lane collection, and I've pre-cut this so I know that it will fit right under my photo. And I've cut this one as well to know that it will just slightly larger than my photo, which I printed at 4 inches square. I've already got a bit of adhesive on the back here, So I'm just going to tuck that photo right below those letters. And adhere that right there. And then next I want to work on a little bit of journaling. And I'm going to, my journaling is in just strips that I've printed using my home printer. And I'm going to use this tag that's also from the Pink Paisley Cedar Lane collection. See, I want to put that so it's just touching my title right there. I don't want a gap, too much of a gap down there at the bottom. So I've just got this one canvas tag there, and I'm going to add my journaling strips right there on top. And I'm going to overlap my photo a little bit, overlap my journaling over my photo. Just slightly, just to create a little bit of interest. I'm just going to go back and adjust these a little bit until I have them like I want. Okay, now we're going to work on a little bit of embellishment here. And I've got one more of these tags. And I only want to use a portion of this tag. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it right there and cut off the bottom portion. And I'm just going to make sure that this fits. I want it to go, if I can get it, maybe I can't get it all the way under there. We'll just make it go under the C but not clear out there. And that will work. So we'll add a bit of adhesive to this tag and tuck it right under there. Just being careful to not poke it through too far. And then I have a couple of these die cuts. Let me show you. They came from the same collection that the big chipboard letters did, from the Pebbles DIY Home Collection with Jen Hadfield. And there's lots of beautiful, beautiful die cuts in here, but I'm choosing these two floral die cuts, and they match this other die cut that I've got in there just perfectly. So I'm going to add a little more adhesive here. And let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put this one up here. And I'm going to tuck it, just so you can see, on top of the tag, but underneath my pattern paper. Just like that. And then on this one, I want to add a few pop dots so that it will stick up above this chipboard letter here. So I added just a couple of pop dots. And I want to make sure that you can see the whole sentiment on that die cut there. So I'll just adjust that. And I want to move it over a little bit so that you can still tell that that's a letter N, but close in the gap that's right there in between the letter and the tag a little bit. Okay, and then next I'll add this little chipboard arrow, and this is again from the Cedar Lane collection, and I've already put a pop dot right on the back of that, and I just want to put it right kind of on top of that eye there. And that just adds a little bit of dimension, and also, you know, points your eye towards the journaling and the photo. And then I wanted to add a few of these chipboard hearts. These are from the Studio Calico 7 paper collection, and they're just some fun glittery hearts. I'm going to add a few by each of the die cut flower. by each of the die cut flower sections. They've got a little bit of gold foil on those that are really pretty, and I thought that it would be fun to just add a little bit more sparkle. Let's see, just put that one down a little bit. There we go. And then we'll put a couple down here. Oops. By this tag. Okay, and then to finish things off, I want to add one of these paper clips, once again from the Cedar Lane collection. I'm just going to add that right there to the top of the tag. Actually, before I put that all the way down, I'm going to add just a couple of strips of washi tape. So let's just add that right up there. And then slide that paper clip down. I think I want that to go under that tag. There we go. And then I think I want to add a little more pink to this section down here. So we've got this today. I'm gonna see if I can lift up that just a little bit so I can add this piece of washi tape down there. Okay, and I think with that, I will call this layout finished. Thanks for joining me today on the Weekly Scrapper blog. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thanks for joining me today.